After being buffeted by strong trade winds for the duration of the short stopover, the waters off Mindelo Cabo Verde were relatively calm on Wednesday for the start of Leg 2 of the ocean race. The short stopover marked the first time the ocean race has visited West Africa, and this island chain, despite it featuring in the race course for all 14 editions, as a tactical consideration on the leg from Europe down to the South Atlantic Ocean. Crowds flocked to Ocean Park to welcome the VO65 and IMOCA fleets or arrival this past weekend, regardless of the hour, and aided by the entertainment and concert program that kept the park hopping late in the night throughout the stopover. Out on the race course on Wednesday, teams had a short lap of a reaching course to navigate before heading out to sea, destined for Cape Town, some 4,000 nautical miles and 2 weeks of racing away. It was Robert Stank's Guide Environment Team Europe and Charlie Enright's 11th hour racing team who burst off the line with speed, just ahead of Biotherm and Wholesome PRB, with Team Malaysia last across the line. On the reach out, Guide Environment held off Holcomb PRB to lead around the mark, and on the return through his start line, before heading out to sea, Stanjek and his crew showed good boat handling through the maneuvers to lead the fleet out to sea. The wind was in the 7 to 10 knot range from the northeast throughout the start period, but is forecast to ease overnight, a far cry from the 25 knot trades that have been a feature since arrival. The light winds mean it will be a tactically difficult race over the first days, something already playing out with teams deciding how far south to position themselves compared to making miles to the west. It's a big challenge. We have to manage the wind shadow from the islands, which means we need to get south, but then the doldrums are very big and normally being further west would be safer, said Sebastian Simon, who is joining Guide Environment Team Europe for this leg. It is a big doldrums at the moment. We're not sure where to cross yet. It will be shifty and interesting for sure. For the winner of the opening leg, Team Wholesome PRB, the interest is in seeing the boats and sailors in different conditions from leg 1. I'm sure we will see different characteristics of the boats and the sailors too, said skipper Kevin Escoffier. But the mindset for us is the same, pushing hard, always. It's been a tense first night, as the IMOCA fleet has sailed south, away from Mindelo, and towards the uncertainty of the doldrums. The stakes are high as the ocean race fleet begins to settle into position for crossing the equator and passing through the doldrums, officially the Intertropical Convergence Zone. At the moment, a crossing further to the west would appear to be advantageous, as the band of light conditions is slightly narrower. But it's a balance. Cape Town is still to the southeast, so every mile sailed directly west only adds to the miles eventually sailed towards the finish line. Determining when to make the push south and into the doldrums is the decision being taken right now. The lineup appears to be Guide Environment Team Europe attempting to cut the corner over 100 nautical miles to the east of Biotherm, who is just 20 miles east of 11th hour racing team and Team Wholesome PRB. Taking a flyer out to the west, behind the fleet, is Team Malaysia, who will hope that the others stall and they can gain back the miles they've invested in their choice. This race isn't going to be won here, it's going to be won or lost in the doldrums, said 11th hour racing team skipper Charlie Enright. Our plan is to go in there close to the others and see what happens. Eventually everyone will end up on port and head south at the point they want to cross the doldrums. Once you are in the doldrums, it's anyone's game. One of the other differences to emerge since the start is the speeds and angles the boats can sail according to sail selection. Teams are allowed 8 sails on board and the choice appears to have been on whether to carry the A2 headsail. Wholesome PRB skipper Kevin Escoffier acknowledges they are feeling some pain. The boats in front of us have been a better, it seems, but it's also about the sail choice, he explains. We decided not to take a sail that would have been useful now. We are paying a bit since the start for this choice. But we are doing our best not to lose too much, and hopefully in the South Atlantic we will gain with the sail we have and they don't have. It's part of the game. These are the Leg 2 rankings at 1200 UTC, the 28th of January 2023. 1. Biotherm, distance to finish, 4,207.1 miles. 2. Team Holcim PRB, distance to leader, 6.9 miles. 3. 11th Hour Racing Team, distance to leader, 8.0 miles. 4. Guide Environment Team Europe, distance to leader, 8.2 miles. 5. Team Malaysia, distance to leader, 225.5 miles.
We start the day with a weather briefing.
De toute façon, c'est un peu le vent sur le bâbord là, dans le petit temps qui va nous emmener. Ce que j'aime pas trop dans le couloir entre les deux îles, là, c'est que si
We are in Cape Verde. It's a really beautiful place. And now Kevin kissed the camera. Then we're going to go to the boat. Challenge starts on the fender crossing.
Joli plan ça.
Kevin calling us.
Bon, je te fais de gros bisous, Inès. Je t'aime fort. Moi aussi, je t'aime fort. Je t'embrasse. Je pense fort à toi. Je pense fort à toi. Tu fais un bisou à maman de ma part? Bisous, ma chérie.
It's time now to go to the stage.
Well, it's just a few minutes to the start. Really uplifting, and I can't wait to get going. Seriously, there are no more words. Let's go. On y va!
Julian, can you stop the music now so that we can listen to the drums?
It looks pretty good.
Merci, trop bien.
Faites ça bien.
Loïc, merci. Bonjour à Cape Town. Good luck, thanks.
Yes, thank you. Premier. Bon, on va essayer. Voilà, plein de nouveautés. Cette belle courbure vers le Cap de Bonne-Espérance, je l'ai jamais faite et a priori, c'est un des beaux endroits pour aller vite sur l'Atlantique, mais on verra les conditions.
Kevin's heading downstairs.
Nice to leave and get going. We made a clean start, but we wasn't the best. You know, we're a little bit back, and yeah, we've got to catch up a bit. I'm not too worried. I think we can do it quite easily, and everyone is very close. But at least we got away safely, and we still have the boat in one piece, and now we can work out how we're going to get past everyone again. It's important to keep contact and keep working out how to get up with them. But yeah, sure, we can keep an eye on where they are and what's going on in front of us.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, like if we. So the top is not able to twist, and we cannot get it off the lock. So we're doing a peel to the C3, and the furl is not unfurling. The sail is not unfurling, so something is wrong. So I'm gonna check out the top to see what happens.
Maybe end up having to lash, like
Yeah.
when Boris had this in the Verde, he had to lash up the hook off of the top of the thing.
Okay. Oh. Good morning, day number 1 from Lekna. We had a little bit of an issue in the furling swivel of the C3. So my plan is to take this one, put it on a sail tie and then get it off the lock myself so I can untwist the halyard. It's fixed now, luckily, so let's unfurl the sail and back to racing. The other guys are just a little bit in front of us. Okay, have a good day. Ciao.
So he's basically sailed us up, and now he's trying to veer away and push back through the lure. That's the better here. Now we can't veer away.
I think it's just about trying to escape the archipelago the best way we can and get back to the next pressure, hopefully the first one. So yeah, it's important to try to get going at the moment for the first days of the race probably.
We're doing a peel to the C3 and the sail is not unfurling, so something is wrong. So I'm gonna check out the top to see what happened. We had a little bit of an issue in the furling swivel of the C3. So my plan is to take this one, put it on a sail tie and then get it off the lock myself so I can untwist the halyard. It's fixed now, luckily, so let's unfurl the sail and back to racing. Okay, have a good day. Ciao.
Are you doing spaghettis?
Bolognese. The air, it's come warmer and warmer. We are lucky because till we start to Cabo Verde, it was cool, fresh area from north. But now I think we are 800 miles from the equator, so it's coming warmer. Actually, we find a good mud, a better mud than the 2 days before. So we hope we stop to lose miles on the other guys and to find the good windows to cross the doldrum. But Mr. Nicolas Lindman is working on.
Fresh air.
Yeah.
Full of sargass, huh?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's everywhere. Yeah.
Is it slowing us down?
Yeah, quite a bit. Not at the moment, but in general we have a lot of seaweed, and then we need to bear away, slow the boat down, and get it off the others. So I'm looking at the keel camera now. We go so slow, and so you see. We think maybe there's something under the keel or in the rudders, but the keel looks fairly clean. But it's difficult conditions. We go way too slow, and we don't understand why.
During our first talk, Kevin said to me that he expects my learning curve to be vertical. I'm not really having a problem with that. Obviously, coming from Olympic Games, you're kind of really used to being criticized, to be corrected, to perform, to do better. So it's a mindset that I got and that I have no problem with. So just trying my best to not do any mistake twice. So that's how I'm here, and I'm learning every day.
The two boats in front of us had been a bit better, it seems, but it's also because we've done a choice of sail, because we are allowed to have 8 sails on board, and we decided not to take a sail that was not useful at this time, but that is useful now. So, you know, we are doing the best in order not to lose too much, and maybe, you know, in the South Atlantic we'll gain again with the sail we have and they don't have. So it's part of the game. We hadn't put any wet weather gear. It's sunny, warm. Yes, I'm from North Brittany in France, you know, so I prefer when it's a bit colder than that. But we'll get even warmer after that, and I know that yeah. But no, it's okay for now.